Let's move a little bit over to immigration. Do you see that, are we headed in the right direction with the immigration bills? Do you think that that's going to fill the need that we have, especially here in your district for the ag labor? Do you think that that's the step in the right direction with the way the bills are currently written?
Well, I think the Senate action last week was not only historical, but really paves the way toward the sort of comprehensive reform that is necessary to fix a broken immigration system that we have here in America. And I think most people acknowledge our current immigration system is broken, and that's why we need to come together with comprehensive immigration reform. I'm concerned about Chairman Goodlatte's comments most recently yesterday. This multi-bill approach out of the House Policy Committee, I mean, if it gets us to conference committee, then it may work. But my fear is that it's going to create the sort of divisions that we saw last week with the Farm Bill, where you have an open rule and you get all sorts of amendments added to the process that aren't constructive and aren't ultimately going to be a part of a comprehensive reform. In addition to that, I'm concerned that multiple bills on the House floor that don't reflect a path to legalization, which I think were among the 9 principles that the 4 Republican senators and the 4 Democratic senators have been working on for almost a year. And it's been those same principles that a group of 4 House Republican members, now 3, and 4 House Democratic members have been working on as well. They were 9 principles that have been, I think, generally agreed upon by a host of groups, including ag organizations, including business organizations, including union organizations, including a lot of faith-based groups that have talked about the human dignity that's involved for 11 million people that are living in the shadows. The overwhelming majority that are working really hard, like my immigrant grandparents did, to put food on the table every night and to contribute to our economy, who in many instances, children have been born here. They're part of those dreamers that are now going to high school and universities, and who in every essence of except their status view themselves as Americans. And so I'm just concerned about the House agricultural efforts last week. I think many of us are very disappointed about, and I'll tell you why. We know we have a very deep and wide partisan divide that is preventing us from getting things done. And I think the majority of Americans are dissatisfied with that. They want us to work together. They don't expect us to agree on everything, but they expect us to find compromise and solutions to America's challenges. And when you look at the Farm Bill, which is traditionally one of the most bipartisan efforts that we do in Congress, getting sidetracked because of a host of partisan posturing and politics that were going on. I mean, let's be clear about it. That was really the mainstay of those amendments. I mean, to have 59 members get an amendment in on dairy, to have 61 members get an amendment that was not agreed upon as a part of the SNAP program, and to have all of those members then vote against the bill tells me that their primary interest was politics. If they liked the policy, then it seems to me they would have voted for the bill, right? They got their amendments in. It seems to me logically, then you vote for the bill. I mean, I was opposed very much to that dairy amendment. I've been working for 2 years to try to help California's dairymen and women who have gone through a horrific time. We've had over 100 bankruptcies in the dairy industry. But I still voted for the bill, even though I didn't like the fact that that amendment had been accepted, because I thought we would still have a chance to fix it in conference committee. And so I come from the old school. You get your amendment in the bill. If it's important to you, then you better vote for the bill. And so too much political posturing is going on here with many of my colleagues here. And if we can't get what is traditionally one of the most bipartisan things that we do in Congress, which is the Farm Bill, to succeed, immigration reform, which has a lot of other challenges, is going to be even more difficult, I believe. And so we need to really take the momentum of this broad bipartisan coalition of business, of labor, of faith-based organizations that believe we need to fix this broken immigration system.